Well, hello, and welcome to Life After 3D, episode 30. 30 whole episodes. I was having a quick look before I came upstairs to record this, and if you watch them all back to back, there is, I think it's 6 hours and 15 minutes of me talking on endlessly. So you've got that going for you there, if you get really bored over Christmas. You will notice, if you are very eagle-eyed, that over here there's some fairy lights that I bought for £1 in Poundland that are battery operated. I've got some coloured ones on my desk downstairs, which I probably should have put up here instead of these ones. But I've also finally got round to dragging my two LED light panels, one there and one there. I haven't really set the lighting up. I've basically just went, well, this looks about right, okay? But it's part of my drive to improve the production values of this particular series of videos and the channel overall, really. I've never really taken the YouTube production side too seriously over the years, I'll be honest with you. It was like me and a camera or me and the screens, capture software, that was it. But now I'm trying to up the game a bit, because if I want to move more into editing and people see these videos, they're going to go, well, that's fucking shit, innit? So there you go. I'm going to go through a few things today. I hope you don't mind me disrobing, because I forgot how warm these two lights really are. It's somewhat over warm, put it that way, even though the LED lights shouldn't be that warm. Right, so I'll cover a few things in this one. First one is I had a lot of feedback from last time regarding the stuff that's been going on in my real life with my parents and stuff like that. That's going to be ongoing for quite some time. I am not Mr. Happy at the moment for obvious reasons. It's stuff that really just, it grinds away at you. There's no easy solutions. So I don't think I'll ever have a point where I can give you good news about that. Some good news is my dad is actually listening to what I'm telling him, because usually being a dad, he's normally assumes he has more experience in things. But I've had 2 strokes, right? So he's playing in my playground now. And obviously that comes with a little bit of complication. But he's actually listening. He's trying to keep his heart rate down. I believe he's got an appointment for his MRI scan, finally. About time. So things like that, my mother, I'll probably not mention a whole lot going forward about that, because the situation is stable-ish. She'll get worse, not better. And I don't want to bang on about it a lot. Occasionally I might touch on the subject as a whole of dementia. And if I do, that's more to get it out of my head, and hopefully help some of you as well. So that's all the stuff that's going on there. I'm planning, as long as life doesn't shit on me any further, starting to film some stuff and gather some stuff to make an editing reel. In fact, more than one in the new year. I want to do, obviously, a one for social media, because lots of people want professional-looking videos on social media. Also stuff I want to try and do a short film at some point before the middle of next year, all going well. Although it'll have to be filmed on this camera, because it's basically what I've got. I've got a plan though. We'll see if it works. But a lot of it's going to be me just filming stuff and using what people and locations I have available to make things and make it look good, so I can edit it together, show what I can do. Now, ironically, it seems that, and this, I think I've touched on this before, that although my music is all on Spotify and iTunes and stuff like this, and it's copy protected, this has an interesting side effect. Every time I put a music video up, I get a copyright strike against me, from me, through the company I use to publish the music. So far, although the album has done bloody well on the streaming side, far better than the album before it, I'm not exactly seeing a lot of money on that. I would like to say special thanks to everybody who's donated via Ko-Fi. I'll put a link at the bottom of the screen, providing I remember when I'm editing this. And there'll also, no doubt by now, you'll have seen all the little social media riddles popping up, because I can, and remind people where I'm at on certain social medias. I should have had a list of the people that have donated. I will try and remember for next time, and I will read them all out, right? I promise. But it's all on the Ko-Fi page if you want to see who's actually giving any money, right? we had a little bit extra bad luck because the washing machine decided to die on us. There was a very long and involved story, which I won't get into, yesterday about trying to get into the washing machine, which used to be my late Auntie Maureen's washing machine, and a lot of things went sideways, put it that way. And I'm going to leave it at that because I'll just get stressed the more I think about it. But a solution has arose, put it that way, which means we should have a washing machine all going well by Thursday. I'm filming this on Tuesday. It's about 3:45, so my daughter's due in her car on a taxi anytime. I'm trying to get this done beforehand. And Thursday we should have a washing machine once I've finished, because this week is my last week teaching of the year for the university. So then I've got some time off, which means Thursday, the first thing I'll be doing is plumbing a washing machine in. Awesome. Another thing for the old skill set, eh? Just got to remember to take the restraining bolts out, otherwise it will go bouncing around the fucking kitchen, right? But I'm not an idiot. There's another thing I want to cover, a little bit more seriously. A friend of mine, well, let's just say that I've had a number of proteges over the years, okay? And most of them went on to do very good things. I wasn't aware that when he first started out working, that he had somebody above him that, to not put too fine a point on it, behaved like a complete abusive arsehole. Now, if I had known at the time, I've always been very protective about the people that have worked with me or under me, or the people that I've trained, and I don't like people being arseholes to them at all. There is no excuse for that. So I just want to say this. I know your name. I know where you work. So what am I going to do about it? Actually, I'm going to do nothing, because you're all expecting me to say I'm going to bring the heavies in. No, I'm not. No. I just want to try and talk some sense in. All right? This is not just about this person, but people like them. And this particular person, the classic ones, I've worked 10 years in the industry and I've worked at all these places. I think my reply to the certain person that mentioned this to me that wished to remain anonymous, my 29 years in the industry, laughs at that. Let me tell you why. I've worked at some of the biggest firms in the world and some of the smallest. When I work for a big firm, whether it's the MPCs of this world or whatever, or Rockstar or whatever, you know what? It doesn't matter. The work you do for a firm like that is of the same quality you would be doing for a no-name studio working on the first game or the first film or whatever. Yes, it looks nice on your CV. Yes, your friends will think it's awesome that you've worked on something that they see or game they play. That does not make you God. This does not mean you get to walk into another firm with a young person who's literally just starting in the industry and start being abusive to them and think it's a way of giving criticism. I've never once raised my voice in all my years while working, unless it's swearing to myself. I've never swore at a person and shouted at them. I don't need to. That is not good man management. That is not how you bring a person on. There's easier ways than this. There's the old saying, you catch more flies with sugar than you do with vinegar. Sometimes the best thing to do is to find a motivation. Find out what's holding the person back and help them. And here's the thing. If you do it correctly, they'll end up better than you. That's part of the deal. That's how it works. I had a conversation a few years ago with another person from a similar vintage of myself. I'll not mention who it is. And we were talking about how we spent the majority of our careers also training people as well as working. And many of these people we've seen go from like zero to hero. And now some of them are working for really the biggest firms in the world. And they've left us behind, which is good. That's what's supposed to happen. If you're training somebody, you want to be better than you, not worse. Otherwise, it's an ego trip. What's the point in that? So, to this person, who I know is no longer working in the games industry, don't take this to heart. Take it as a learning experience. The fact that maybe you got a little bit big-headed about the whole thing. Happens to the best of us. However, do not think that that is the way that you help a young artist. because the only person you're helping then is yourself. So that's the thing I wanted to cover, because I did promise that person that I would quite a number of weeks ago, and then life got in the way. So yes, I'm going to be improving the production values of this going forward. There are things I want to do, like relight the background. However, I can't do that without money for extra lights, so blah, blah, blah. You know the drill, right? I also know everybody is hurting right now. And that, we're trying to make a Christmas happen. All of us. So, it's not going to be a fantastic Christmas for us. It'll be okay. We'll still have family around and friends and stuff like that, and we'll make do. The same as did when I was, 10 or 11. 1980, 81, when nobody in this town had a bean, to rub together. We had nothing, but we still managed to have a Christmas. All going well, I will try to get another one out before Christmas, and another one between Christmas and New Year. I can promise nothing at the current time. As I say, a lot of the things that I want to happen with this particular series of videos and other stuff going forward, as much as I'd like to do it all fast, I can't, because I need one thing to be done to hopefully make a little bit of money so I can afford to do the next thing and the next thing and the next thing and stuff like that. You don't train to do something new in a short length of time without, some sort of cost. I'm able to do this very low cost at the moment, but as I move each layer up, it's going to cost me for more things, right? So if I make a short film, I need some decent light setup, not these two £20 each LED panels, right? I need a lot of other things. So that's further down the line though. The social media links I've put in, Ko-Fi link, again, it's down there. I might even put it between my hands, see if I can manage that, right? When I'm watching this back. There you go. Right. And if I don't speak to you before Christmas and New Year, have a good one. Or the best you're able to. I've now got to remember not just to switch off one light, but 4. Let's see how I can remember that, Right, I'll see you all next time in episode 31. So this has been episode 30 of Life After 3D. And this has been sort of nearly a year since I started doing these. And there's been some sort of movement, some ups and some serious downs. We'll see what happens going forward. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.